So for your access database, you're going to create tables, and you're going to also import tables, and you query the tables, and you establish relationships between the tables. So you'll be given a startup file. But I just want to walk you quickly through Access windows. Okay, so once you launch your Access, you give it a name. Let's just give this enrollment. Okay, now you create, that's the enrollment database. So the first view you get is a design view. Okay, so like it has two views: data sheet view and design view. So design view is when you create the record, the fields, the record, and the tables. Okay, so your access exists in table. Now in this view now, you already know about primary key and foreign key. So the primary key is a unique identifier in the table. Okay, so no two record in a table has the same primary key. So these are, you can't find two primary key. For instance, even for a human being, you can't find two people with the same social security. That's your unique identifier, your unique primary key. You probably can find two people with the same date of birth, so that can be a primary key. Once is a unique number, a unique identification for a table or for a record, it becomes primary key. Now, when that key goes from a table, assuming we have a second table here, and the primary key in the record here goes to another, or to a record in another table, it becomes a foreign key. Okay, so we already did this, and you're going to find this in your project as well. So right now, for your ID here, for instance, let's give this table a name. Let's just call it enrollment. Let's call it course. Yeah, let's give it that name. Okay, so in the design view right now, you are in the data sheet view. So this is your primary key. So let's maybe we can call this CID. That means course ID. Auto number, it's you have to put data type. So the data type determines the type of data that goes in here. So if you put number, then you can't put text in here. Okay, you can't type text, it has to be number. And if you say auto number, that means you want access to assign the numbers. But if you put numbers yourself, then that way you have to manually input the numbers. Okay, so let's do auto numbers, and let's call this course ID. Maybe I'm going to just call this course letter, course cell, I'm going to call this course name, maybe course dates. Okay, so your design view, short text, you can put text, and numbers goes into auto numbers. So date, I'm going to put date and time. That means it has to be date and time here. So if I put currency here, for instance, that means I can't put the data type as currency. So this is a design view for this table. So I'm going to save it here. That's just part of what you're doing in your project. And I'm going back to data sheet view to plug in data in here. All right. So course letter, assuming is I made this short text the other time. Assuming is LOT. We'll just write the course name. Assuming is BOY or BSY, something. Okay, date, assuming we're just putting a date, and put the date to be given in your project. All right, so access will put the other one for you. Let's just put key name. You remember, we're just making up this, but it's to be specified in your project. You can access automatically put the primary key for you, which is here. These are your primary key. Now let's create another table. So you have two tables here. To create table, it's possible to import table in your database. You're going to import table. Okay, you'll be asked to import table. You go to your external data to import the table. Now we want to create another table. We probably can give this table, we have course already, we can call this registration like this, and then you go through the same process to create the element of this table. So I walk you through this access interface. Okay, so to create, you come here to create. to import data, you come here to import data. You can import an existing data. You go to database to create relationship. So if you want to create relationship between this table, okay, you can create relationships between them. You click and add each of the table to the relationship window. We didn't put data in the registration table. Okay, so now you close. Okay, so you decide the relationship that exists. Might be hard to create a relationship now because we didn't put data in this table. Okay, that way you create your relationship. You can also query the database. You are going to query database in your project. Okay, so that way you change your table or your query that you create back to design view, and that way you can do the query, and you can also query each of the table or query an existing relationship. Okay, so the step-by-step instructions will be given in your database project. Now real quick, let's go over your Word project. So we just go over the Word interface. Okay, so you're going to have some questions in your Word, but let me take this off for now. Okay, so you'll be asked to apply watermark to your Word project. Okay, and you also be asked to use track changes. I'll give you questions in your project where you're going to use track changes. You go to review and you write your comments, so you can show comments. Show comment will show the comments, assuming you're doing corrections. I'm going to write a paper with many corrections and you correct it and make comments. Okay, so you can insert the comments and then type in your comments, and you're using your track changes. You're going to be asked to insert you probably can insert pictures, smart art. Okay, so you do that in your Word project. You're also going to use features like the font size, the bold, the text highlights, colors. So these are features you'll be required to use in your Word project. It's just to help you navigate the Word itself, to navigate the Word interface. Okay, you're going to use spell check, and you're going to also make tables. So you'll be asked to insert table. So your table is there. Okay? So you've been assigned simulation training in your course page, simulation training on Word. So go over the simulation training, and this will help you real well in your Word project. Once again, class, if you have questions, email me or you give me a call. You have my cell phone. Okay, I implore you to go over your simulation training. Okay, each of your projects is 10% of your total grade. Okay, so you want to take it very serious. All right, I wish you good luck. You all take care and have a wonderful July 4th. Bye.